and the Hindu way of life. And let's see, is it purely politics, posturing, or is there more to it? And will something concrete come out of it, ladies and gentlemen? The Sri Venkateswara Swami temple in the Tirumala hills of Tirupati, the seat of Lord Venkatesha or Balaji, on Monday, that is today, underwent ritualistic sanitation. And this is after alleged sacrilegious practices, including mixing animal fat in making the prasadam laddus. Now, there are claims and counterclaims, many attempts to try and actually temper the whole narrative around what's happening in the Devasthanam. But clearly something is amiss, ladies and gentlemen. This 4-hour Shanti Omam, Panchagavya and Prokshana was carried out from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the temple. The ritual was aimed at propitiating the deity from the alleged practices that took place during the reign of Jagan Mohan Reddy-led YSRCP government. Now, the right stand has access to exclusive report. One report shows the first 4 AR tankers that were given a clean chit and they passed the basic testing. Can we have that report on the screen, please? Yes. So that's the report. And if you see the top half, they're all accepted and the bottom ones are rejected. Now, this is what the TTD has said. The TTD does not have a proper adulteration testing lab. After using the first 4 tankers, TTD says they started receiving complaints of foul smell in the laddu, following which the other tankers were inspected and the samples were sent to the National Dairy Development Board in Gujarat. This was the first time that the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam conducted testing outside of Andhra Pradesh. The samples were rejected by an external lab. AR Dairy was blacklisted after this. Now, another report shows cow ghee tanker report rejected list for the year 22-23. Now, after this unimaginable affront to us, so this one shows there are other people too who were rejected in 2022-2023 under the then Jagan Mohan Reddy driven leadership or administrative structure that was in place as far as Tirumala is concerned. Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam is concerned. So there are also other, but the larger question, and many are saying, is get the state out of managing Devasthanams. They are saying free Hindu temples from state control, government control. Dushyant Sridhar, Vedic scholar, stays on with us. Pattabhiram, spokesperson of the TDP with us. Ravichandra Reddy, spokesperson of YSRCP, also with us. My namaste and Jai Hind to all of you. Thank you very, very much. Mr. Pattabhiram. So, there were samples that were tested and rejected, vendors that were rejected even in 2022-2023. Now, why only this one particular sample is the question? 2, there have been no arrests yet. So, is the TDP purely playing politics? There has been no intent for the state to break away and separate themselves. The head priests themselves are saying the agamas and the administration should be separate. That aspect has also not been addressed. So, is the TDP under Chandrababu Naidu only playing politics?
Anand, good evening. Good evening to my fellow panelists also. Anand, we will never stoop down to such a level that, we will start playing politics with Lord Balaji and Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam. Never. We are just bringing out the facts. And regarding the questions that you have asked me, see, yes, tankers were rejected before also, but on basic parameters. The laboratory that is there in Tirumala can only do some basic testing, which will identify abnormalities in moisture, in free fatty acid values, color, RF value, and few other basic things. But the lab is not capable of finding out adulterating agents, So that is the reason why previous tankers or previous ghee consignments that were rejected were only on basic parameters. But what happened with AR Foods? The company whose tender was finalized on 8th of May by the YSRCP government at 319 rupees a kilo when Karunakar Reddy was the chairman, whose purchase order was given on 15th of May by Karunakar Reddy as TTD chairman. This company's consignment, AR Foods had supplied a total of 8 tankers, as you have rightly shown on your screen. 4 tankers, they passed only the basic test, the basic test that is there in the Tirumala laboratory. But after consuming those 4 tankers, as there were severe complaints regarding the smell or other things, we felt, the TTD EO felt that they should be sent to a much higher laboratory at NDDB, which is the most advanced in the country. So the remaining 4 tankers were sent, and shockingly it was found that animal fats are there. So that is the whole story. So because of this adulterated ghee being was consumed, today a Shanti Homam was conducted. And also, your second question, Anand, the government is very serious on this issue. We have constituted a special investigating team with an IG cadre officer heading it. The Vigilance Department had also made its preliminary inquiry, and also we have released several other documents which clearly state that Y.V. Subba Reddy's involvement is there in this. See, I am showing you a copy of a resolution signed by Y.V. Subba Reddy himself on 29/2/2020 as chairman. This resolution is to lower the qualification criteria of the companies participating in the tender. Why was the technical criteria lowered? Before this resolution, it was compulsory that the dairy which participates in the tender should have 3 years of experience.
There were some ancient pillars of the temple premises itself, 1,000 pillars which were there, the old structure. Who ordered for them to be raised and for new structures to be built there, Pattabhiramji? Under whose reign did that happen?
Anand.
My point, sir, is you can point fingers at each other. Was there did Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, was there a individual in-house testing lab set up when Chandrababu Naidu Garu was the chief minister in the past?
See, I'll tell you one thing very straight. Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam had a basic laboratory before. No one ever in their wildest dreams
will the state government of Andhra Pradesh let go of control?
No. Today we have initiated action. Indeed, we are setting up the most advanced lab in Tirumala itself with the help of the NDDB, and that is going to come into action very soon.
Are you?
So we have, and also we have set up an expert committee which had recommended major
My
suggestions.
point is, sir, you got the test results on the 23rd of July. You waited for 100 days of the CBN Sarkar, Chandrababu Naidu Sarkar to make the announcement, to make it formal, to tell the people of the country.
Very good question.
You should have said it. You should have said it long back.
Let me answer.
Why did you? What were you waiting for?
You have raised a very good question.
The entire Shanti Homam, the entire purification ceremony, sanctification, as per the Tittam, all of this should have been done on the 24th of July. It should not have been done on the 23rd of September, sir.
Let me answer your question. As soon as the report came out, the government had initiated several actions. One is the blacklisting of the company. One is the seizure of the remaining of the 4 tankers.
Did you do the Shanti Homam then, sir?
Let me finish. Please listen to my answer. Please listen to my answer kindly. We have constituted an expert committee which had recommended several measures that need to be taken. We have called for fresh tenders. We have brought back Nandini ghee. We have brought back Karnataka Milk Federation, which is supplying pure cow ghee at 470 rupees. We have issued notices to Y.V. Subba Reddy. Today, Y.V. Subba Reddy is running away from appearing before the vigilance inquiry.
My simple point is, did you do the Shanti Homam? Should the Shanti Homam have been done on the 24th of July 2024, or should it have been done on the 23rd of September 2024 when the result came to light on the 23rd of July, sir?
It is not just the Shanti Homam. There are several other rituals as far as purification of the temple is concerned. They have been going on, and added to those, today Shanti Homam also was conducted.
With due respect, you can't just hog the con. No, you have the right to answer. I have the right to question, and the others also need to speak. But I am just making a few observations, Mr. Pattabhiraman. If you believe that the intent is in the right place and there is no politics involved, then all of this, what has happened on the 23rd of September, should have happened on the 24th of July. That's my humble submission. Yes, Mr. Ravi. One minute. Let Mr. Ravichandra Reddy respond.
Replied that lot of actions have been initiated.
Good evening. Let's take your point, but let us agree to disagree. Let us agree. Mr. Pattabhiram, please yield now. Yes, Mr. Ravichandra Reddy.
Anand, good evening, and to my fellow panelists also good evening, and entire viewers of CNN News 18 also good evening. So first of all, for dirty politics' sake, to blame Jagan Mohan Reddy, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu alleged that Laddu has been altered with some other elements. Are you getting my voice?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Are you getting? So this is first of all its own kind. Never it happened before to hurt in a big way across the globe. 150 crores Hindu sentiment has been damaged, ruined actually. There is no purpose to continue as CM now to Chandrababu Naidu. We urge Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi to change the leadership of NDA in Andhra Pradesh. Because Chandrababu Naidu a deliberate attempt for politics' sake, for ghee marketing sake. He is having his family.
One minute, Mr. Pattabhiram, don't interrupt. Mr. Pattabhiram, please don't interrupt.
Ask him to keep quiet. I said, I listened carefully, and this is the time to listen. I demand him, because you are not having any right to continue. I urge Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji. However, in Andhra Pradesh, NDA government is going on. Pick another person up to completion of inquiry as CM of Andhra Pradesh instead of Chandrababu Naidu. His son may sit there, or some others from Janasena or Pawan Kalyan, or some other from BJP. No objection at all. This person,
Mr. Pattabhiram, please wait. Please don't speak. No, I'm not going to allow this to become a heckling game, Mr. Pattabhiram. Please. I do not want to mute anybody, but please don't speak over each other. Now, Mr. Ravichandra Reddy,
yes, sir.
If Mr. Jagan Reddy was not responsible, Mr. Subba Reddy was not responsible, and it happened despite them being Chief Minister and also the EO of the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, did they go and immediately apologize and pray in front of Lord Venkateswara that under my watch, without my intent, this happened? They tried to come out and justify their position. They tried to come out and justify their position. Under whose watch? Now, I have a few questions. Please answer. Under whose watch? Was the contract from Karnataka Dairy Development Board or Nandini to procure pure cow ghee from them? Under whose watch, under whose decision was it to abolish that contract? Who signed on the document? Who signed on the document which said 320 rupees per kilogram of pure cow ghee?
Sir, 100%. Every 6 months there will be a new tender.
Who signed it?
After Chandrababu.
Who signed it? Who was the Chief Minister and who was the Devasthanam EO at that time?
Sir, it is a routine process. It is a routine process.
No, it's not a routine. I am asking you. No, Mr. Ravichandra Reddy, answer. No, please. You didn't answer my question. I will.
Let me present my narrative.
No, it's not about narrative. I am asking.
You are putting simple one mark question. It won't.
Correct. Answer the question. No, answer the question. Mr. Ravichandra Reddy, can you buy pure cow ghee at 320 rupees per kilo anywhere in India?
Give me enough time to explain. 343 rupees we have purchased. Now,
can you purchase, sir? I myself, Dushyant Sridhar and Mr. Pattabhiram together will buy 100 kilos of ghee if you can get it for me at 340 rupees pure cow ghee, sir.
You are not giving enough time to present my opinion or my narrative. And based on NDDB report, these people are claiming that ghee has been altered and severely damaged with cow fat, pig
You didn't answer my question.
Fish oil. Let me explain, sir. Let me explain. I will give you your answer. I will give to you your question answer also. I will give you. Sir, on NDDB report, you carefully observe, if you are having that report, at the place of sample, they mentioned ghee. There is no manufacturing company name. Manufacturing date is not there. Expiry date is not there. Batch number is not there. And other samples is not there. Which ghee you have sent to that NDDB?
Sir, the sample collected on the 12th, sent for testing on the 17th, result coming on the 23rd is all mentioned in that. Don't try. My simple question to you is, sir, if a dairy development board with a cooperative was sending pure cow ghee within the range of 1500 kilometers, why did you break that contract? And I am I am asking about Nandini pure cow ghee. I am asking. Don't shout, Mr. Ravichandra Reddy. Did you answer my question? Who abolished the contract with Nandini pure cow ghee? Can you get 320 rupees per kilo, 340 rupees per kilo pure cow ghee today? Can you buy for me, sir? Can you get? Will you buy it? If somebody says it is pure cow ghee and it is 340 rupees per kilo, what will you first do, sir? You will take a tester and test it, or you will pinch that person and pinch yourself to know is it really possible?
Sir, you are not listening at all.
No, sir.
My voice should go. I have to give my explanation.
What, sir? You're just beating around the bush. I asked you a simple question. Were non-Hindus appointed as part of the administrative board of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam? Did these administrators try to interfere in the agamas of the Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam?
It seems, Mr. Anand,
I am asking you, should a non-Hindu be part?
Okay.
No, sir, you have not answered a single question. Very respectfully, you have not answered a single question. I do not want to raise my voice, but sir, you are only wanting to push a narrative. I am asking questions which I want facts. Dushyant Sridharji, thank you for your patience. You heard both sides. Beyond the politics, sir, what is the answer? 1 minute, Mr. Reddy.
Anand, you are not given that.
1 minute, Mr. Reddy. Let Mr. Dushyant speaker speak. I'll come back to you and give you 2 more minutes if you answer my questions, Mr. Reddy, after Dushyant Sridharji speaks. Yes, Dushyantji.
Namaskaram Anand and Namaskaram to my fellow panelists. As per the Vaikhanasa Agama, as per any Agama that's related to Vaishnava Sampradaya, it is not even allowed to use chilies for the prasadam. Forget any other thing. So we use only pepper. So in Agama Shastra and the rules laid when we are to avoid even chilies, today we are discussing that there is a report that says that there are traces of fish oil. That's the state we are in. Leaving aside the politics of two parties and the two leaders, my appeal as an apolitical person, as a person who is a Hindu, who believes in Sanatana Dharma is, if a mistake has happened, it has to be cross-checked again. It has to be found out whether truly they were, because if there is going to be multiple tests and finally it is going to conclude stating that there was no adulteration, that's going to be the happiest day for Hindus. And if it is found again through multiple tests that there were traces of fish oil, the authorities, whoever was responsible for this, should be given the strictest punishment. And to the next part, today there has been Prayaschitta Homam, there has been Kshama Mantram and all of that, which is a part of a ritual because that does reassure the Astikas that there is a Shuddhi Prakarana, that there is some kind of atonement to the papam that is done. And last of all, my earnest appeal is, see, you did ask a very simple question. I'm not getting very political. You asked for 300 plus rupees, will you get a kg? You will not get it. Anand, simple thing. When you want to compromise on the quality, this is what will happen. And I'm not blaming or pinning it on one person, anybody. But I'm saying when you compromise on the, you bring down the price and you will have to compromise on the quality, and all this is bound to happen. So my earnest appeal, besides all of the two parties that is there, is I feel when Muslims manage their mosques and dargahs, when Christians manage their churches, why should the Hindus not be given the right to manage their temples? Why do we need government interference at all? And even if the government interferes, why should non-Hindus be a part of the board? I have nothing against them. But the only thing is, when a temple itself is not a secular place, it is a place which pertains to a certain religion. What business does the government have, and what business does a man from anybody from another faith have? They are welcome to visit the temple after signing the declaration. That's a different thing. Non-Hindus should not have a role to play in the temple board. And what role does the government have in a temple? As simple as that. And if there is answer to this, there will be answer to the other questions as well.
Fair point made. Now, Mr. Reddy.
Anand, I want to specify one thing clearly. I have urged you to see the fact of that NDDB report, how malpracticed it is, where from that sample has been sent. Please question the opponent of the Telugu Desam party. Where from that ghee sample sent? On that basic report only these people are questioning. And without having any evidence and anything, they have altered EVO statement as well. EVO have given.
Okay, you've said that 4 times today, sir. Beyond that, what are you answer my questions now? Will you answer my questions now?
EVO clearly said that no adulteration has been done. And then later, why Chandrababu Naidu made such comments and why he called.
Again, you are not answering my question. Can you procure ghee at 320 rupees per kilo? One. Two, were there non-Hindus who were part of the administrative setup of Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam under the YSRCP government? Three.
Not YSRCP government. Earlier also, Chandrababu Naidu regime also carried them.
No. I am asking you, were they part of you? Then how have you upheld faith? How have you respected faith? Did you appoint Hindus as part of the Waqf board? Did you appoint Hindus to manage all the churches in Andhra Pradesh, sir? Why did you do it only with the Hindu temple and with the TTD? I asked you. You didn't answer this question. Okay, now Mr. Pattabhiram. No. 1 minute. No, Mr. Pattabhiram. Now we are given to understand the former chairman was blocked from entering the temple. Why? Why can't he, irrespective of what the allegations are against him, why was he not allowed to visit the Lord?
These are not just allegations, Anand. These are facts which were proved not just by NDDB, but also by FSSAI, Food Safety Standard Authority of India. CNN News 18 had broke the news in the evening that FSSAI also had confirmed this and they have issued notices to AR Foods. So it is not just NDDB. Another lead top authority in this country also had confirmed
my
this.
Simple
and
question.
I'm answering your question. See, can you see this picture, Anand? This is the picture of Karunakar Reddy's daughter's wedding, which was done as per Christian customs. So I think this answers your question.
Does this answer that Karunakar Reddy himself is a Christian?
No, he's a non-believer. He is a non-believer. How can a non-believer be made as chairman of TTD? A person who perform his own daughter's marriage as per Christian rituals, how can he be made as a TTD chairman? And the other thing is, Anand, the chief minister himself, this is a very valid point. Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy, while entering the TTD temple, Lord Balaji's temple, he is supposed to sign a declaration because it is a known fact that he is a Christian. But never had he signed the declaration. APJ Abdul Kalam ji, even as president of this country, had signed the declaration while entering the temple of Lord Balaji.
My simple point is, I have to wind up for the moment. My simple point is, you can ask each other, but who are you to stop any bhakta till the time they are convicted or found guilty from doing darshan of the Lord? If they want to attend in front of the Lord, who are you to stop them? One. Two, have you terminated the work and jobs of anybody who is part of the administrative setup, who is a non-Hindu or a non-believer? Have you done that? That's the second part. Third, when are you going to put your hands off and move away from control of the Devasthanam and hand it back to the bhaktas and the devotees and get them to run it? These are three questions. If your intent is pure, then you should show action on this. Not the kind of delay that you have shown from the test result to the time that it was made public.